Nerdsy, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Del Pesh, you ready?
I'm good.
All right. Okay. In a world where I am the stone that the builder refused, I am the visual, the inspiration that made Lady sing the blues. This is the vent.
Okay.
I'm your host, Jay Hunterville. We got Nerdsy here.
Hey.
We got Del Pesh here.
What's going on?
And that was from the Boondocks. That is the theme song.
Oh.
See what I'm doing here?
I was like, what?
We will be speaking about the Boondocks. As you may know, the Boondocks got signed to a two-season deal with HBO.
Oh shit. Okay.
HBO Go. So I think HBO Go or HBO Plus or whatever the HBO streaming service may be.
Ah. Okay.
So now that means
HBO's
so
a good
the
move.
same creator, there's the actual creator, Aaron McGruder is gonna be writing. Everybody's back.
And everyone's back. Wow. Except
So
Charlie Murphy, rest in stars.
Yeah, RP. What is he? Ed Wunsler?
Ed Wunsler, yeah.
Is it Ed Wunsler or the son?
Ed Wunsler Jr.
Yeah.
Jr. Yeah.
So shout out, RP to him. But everybody's back. And the thing about the Boondocks is it was ahead of its time. It was an amazing series. Like at first when I started watching it, I was like, okay, this is funny. But now that you're older, it has that Simpsons effect. You can watch it again and be like, okay, I see what they were doing here.
There's like levels to it.
There's
right?
levels to it. As you age with the show. They predict a lot of things, like the Popeye's chicken, R. Kelly trials, stuff like that.
The Popeyes thing, they predicted it twice too. Because there was one point where Popeyes ran out of chicken in that particular time period. And then the Popeye thing again, where they ran out of chicken sandwiches. So
They also brought up the Luther burger. Remember the Luther episode? The Luther burger?
the Luther Burger. Oh.
The burger when Granddad made that burger and he had a company.
Yeah.
The first season, I think it was. It was called the Luther burger.
Luther Burger.
McKFC starting to do it with the burger, the chicken patty with the 2 donuts, like Krispy Kreme donuts as
What?
buns.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
This was a burger?
Yeah. They even had the X. I wanted it, but
What?
You're
didn't
just
get it
looking
time.
at it
Seems
like,
like
what? A
diabetes
burger
right
with
there.
2 Krispy Kreme buns?
That's wild.
That's lit. That's amazing.
lit up in your arteries, man.
Well, yeah, obviously you're going to have to run a heavy
Yoga flame on
cardio.
that, man.
Have a cardio, but like,
Heavy cardio.
Bare sugar.
what were your favorite like Boondocks episodes? For me, one was one episode I was thinking about was the Soul Plane episode when they went to watch. They went to do a bootleg movie. They watched it illegally,
Yeah.
and they
were
brought
scared.
Tom Dubois' daughter, and she was like traumatized because like the trailer was like, if you watch the movie, you're a killer. You're no better than the guy that's robbing like the grandma or whatever.
That's.
And then she's like crying. "Ah," you know what I mean?
That's so funny.
I was gonna say the one where they had that store shootout, and they were talking about the Iraq, how how U.S. came into Afghanistan, because basically when they entered the store, they were like, "You have a gun." And I don't have a gun.
Oh yes, I remember
You
that.
have a gun. I
Yep.
don't have a gun. All right, click clack,
Yes.
right? And then end up in a shootout with the
Yes.
store.
Oh yeah, we have guns. Yeah. And then they shot him, and then he's like, he had the iPhone.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
That was a good.
You will not
episode.
die in vain. That was one of the lines.
You know, you know what's another funny episode? Do you remember the episode when
Homies over hoes.
No,
That
that was wild though.
Don't kill me.
That was a controversial one.
Homies over hoes.
Because they had like the whole Superhead thing. Because they think about it, they connected with real life.
Yeah.
This is true.
So you remember they had Superhead that did the confessional book?
Yeah.
And then they had the same type of character doing the confessional book saying Gangstalicious was gay in the book.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Don't kill me.
And then what was the one I was just about to say? The attack. It was called the Attack of the Killer Kung Fu Wolf thing.
Wolf
and it was
bitch,
when
yeah.
it was when Granddad was doing like dating online.
Yes.
And he kept getting catfished.
Oh.
And then he find like the perfect one.
The girl. And
The
then
perfect
she was
girl. And then
mad.
she was mad. Like she was like, it was funny because he was at the table and she's like, oh, what type of pets you have? And he's like, I have 6 cats and a couple birds. He's like, oh, that's nice. and 16 wolves. They're like, wolves? Like, and every time she did something, it was just like, and then she was like, and then he's talking, he's like, yeah, I do a little gym working out. I also do White Lotus Kung Fu. And the granddad is like, it's like White Lotus. And then I think he's like, White Lotus Kung Fu. He's like, oh, that's the deadliest of all. He's like, yeah, it's good exercise. And then he was like, I was a part of the Kumite. It's like Kumite. Every time you hear Kumite, we hear whoosh-ah! Whoosh-ah! It's like, you're part of the Kumite. Whoosh-ah! And then the Kumite was like basically the like the Boondocks version of the Mortal Kombat tournament.
Yes.
Okay.
So like they realize she's crazy, and then and the funny thing is the Boondocks knows how to tie certain things together. So they'll tie the fact that he had that, but they tied Lionel Richie getting beat up by his ex-wife.
Oh,
That she knew like White Lotus Kung Fu or some type of Kung Fu, and like like she caught him cheating and she started beating up Lionel Richie and the girl, and in the background, never gonna give you up. I remember that. That had a lot of monumental moments. Even the part where she finally goes crazy and starts doing nonsense or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Riley and Huey are trying to like save Granddad, and then she's like, well, Huey, help! Making all this noise or whatever, and then Riley's trying to like bang the doors and stuff, because I think she locked them in a room.
Yeah.
And then she was like, hey, she's like, you guys stop making noise, or I'm gonna butt rape your granddad with his broomstick.
Oh
my
shit.
God.
And then the granddad's like, boys, don't make any noise! Like, they had some funny episodes. They had some like...
He predicted like dudes wearing not skirts and purses.
Yes.
So like I think
jumpsuits.
And jumpsuits. Yeah.
It's not a skirt. It's something I could wear to conceal my weapon. So it's easier to pull out first. And then he had this t-shirt, the tall tees with the flaps in the back, and like they did some...
Oh my goodness.
They did some wild stuff.
The most infamous one though was the Tyler Perry episode.
Tyler Perry fired people over that one.
He fired like...
He fired like a bunch of people over that one.
People got
Apparently.
fired, yeah.
But they caused a lot, even like that season 2 or 3, when they did the Obama campaign.
Oh, Dick riding Obama. That was...
Will.i.am was cheese. They cheesed a lot of people. And they had a lot of people like in their scenes, like I don't know if you remember like the viral video of the Booty Warrior.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He was in. You never.
So Fleece Johnson, like a guy in jail. They're interviewing. I don't even know what it was about. Really.
Yeah.
He's like, booty's more important than water. That's one quote he said.
Wow.
He said, yo, if I see someone I like, I come up to
I
them.
like you.
I like you.
I want you.
I want you. We could do this the easy way, or we could do it the hard way.
Wild.
Oh, okay, I think I remember that.
And in particular, they got his look down. Like he had the beanie hat. Like
He had the orange beanie.
Yeah.
He had an orange beanie.
Like a beige,
Beige
beanie.
I want you. He's easy.
And he'll be like this.
He's laughing.
Like,
He was laughing, Bridget. And they made it like, I think
Tom was like, you can't take my booty. My booty's mine.
Oh, this is when he's going to jail,
When he's
right?
going to jail.
That's my favorite episode. Holy.
If you guys don't get me out, I'm going to real jail. and like zoomed in on his
face.
I think that, and then the jail did a raid. Like they did like a raid and they started kidnapping people.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
There was one scene, like, pause, where like he had a dream where like a guy like approached him in the shower,
Because he
right?
dropped the soap, yeah.
And then all of a sudden when
It gets bubbly.
it gets bubbly. So when the towel dropped, the camera just kept going down and it was blurred all the way. And it hit Yo.
Did some nonsense. I think that same episode, was that the same episode where he was like crying on the phone?
Yeah.
And then like the police, I think they raided the jail cell. It was like a jailbreak. And then they were like, I want this. If you want this person, I want this. I want this woman. I want that type of woman.
Yeah.
Da-da-da. I think that was that one.
Wow. That one is like...
They even like, they did a bunch of people. They did Fleece. They did, Superhead and all that stuff. They did like Katrina Issues.
Yo, the R. Kelly ones are really good.
R. Kelly one was good.
Because it kind of shows...
R. Kelly had a whole like series.
And it's happening today.
Yeah.
It's
The
happening right
BT
now,
episode,
Yeah.
that's happening. Like, well, you see the end of it right now.
Yeah.
They did, what's that guy's, the little child that was like a bad breed.
Right.
And that kid wasn't behaving himself. Like something Milton.
That kid's in jail again though.
He's in jail, Latrice Milton or whatever. He's like, I gotta get me some cigarettes.
Yeah.
I drive like that because, that's what the bad guys do.
That's what
And then they made it, but that episode, they made it like it was a Halloween episode. Like Halloween. Like he was Mike Myers.
Mike Myers, yeah.
So, but they put juice in it.
And they put a juice reference in.
They put a juice reference in because there's one part where he's like hanging off the thing. He's like, I can't hold on any longer. Like Bishop.
Yeah.
He drops and they think he's dead. And then he's like, where did he go? And then Granddad looks down. He's gone. And then he's like, wait, he's over there. You see him just crawling away. And then I think the white guy that was the counselor was like, no, you can't say it.
That was a Michael reference, yeah, Halloween reference.
True.
That was dope.
That was good, man. The fourth season was trash. I'm never going to talk about the fourth season.
Say fourth season.
The fourth season.
No.
Oh,
The fourth.
I don't think I ever watched the fourth season.
The fourth season, yeah.
Yeah, it was trash. It had
People are naming the one coming out now the true fourth season.
the truth fourth, yeah. Because the fourth season, they didn't have Aaron McGruder as a writer.
Okay.
And you could tell.
But
Yeah,
they had,
you can always tell.
But there was a lot of celebrity voiceovers. There was Regina King.
Is she
Bust-
coming back?
Yeah.
back.
Granddad, Papa from
John Witherspoon.
John Witherspoon.
From Friday, Boomerang, all that.
There was a lot of people, like there's Charlie Murphy, R.I.P., Samuel Jackson,
Yeah. Yeah.
Lil Wayne,
Mos Def, too.
Mos Def, Busta Rhymes,
Busta Rhymes, yeah.
Snoop Dogg,
Snoop Dogg. As
Cat Williams.
Cat Williams. Pimp named Slipback.
There's a bunch of that's the ones I remember so far. Pimps, they say the whole word.
Yo, I'm dying.
You ever heard of Tribe Called Quest? What?
He's like, why can't I say your name, Slipback? No, there's a pimp named Slipback. The whole word. Say the whole name.
Say the whole name.
Now,
I'm dying.
knowing that the Boondocks is coming out,
Yes.
and they tend to
What, refreshing?
refresh things and bring things that's going on in the future
Right.
Yeah.
right now. Like things that are in the present, they make episodes about.
Yeah.
What are the things you would like them to talk about?
Ooh.
I feel like Trump will definitely be a highlight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jussie Smollett. Even though it's past now.
Jesse. Ooh.
Jussie Smollett.
Ooh.
Jussie Smollett.
He's
Jussie-
gonna definitely get it.
That
think
has
so?
to get parodied.
Maybe 50. 50's been in the news a lot, actually.
50
He
Cent?
has.
I think maybe he might get it.
I think Kevin too. Kevin Hart.
And because of the 6ix9ine thing too, that definitely.
I think 6ix9ine is good. I think they're gonna do like a snitching part 2. Because you remember they had the snitching first one?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
They had the stop snitching first one. I think they're gonna bring 6ix9ine into that.
Part 2. A lot. There's
That's funny.
And the funny thing is, it's on HBO.
That's what I'm
So they don't have no filter.
Mm.
They can say whatever they want. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Nick Cannon might be in there too.
They could do Nick
Because
Cannon.
Wildin' Out has been going on how many years now?
It's a national hit.
It's now, and yeah. And remember, back in the day, Cannon wasn't getting all that airtime. There was that one, I forget which one, but there was one time they were throwing shots at Cannon. And they're like, oh, don't sleep on this guy.
And then look at him. he's like everywhere too.
Yep.
Right? But yeah, though,
Cannon.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I seen the new designs. They look a little light skinned.
Don't.
They they look more anime.
I don't know if that's a new design.
I mean, they've always been anime, though.
No, like they look anime. Like
I don't mind it. I just hope. Well, I know it's gonna be good.
you just want the writing to be.
I just know.
The
I just want to see
storyline.
what
The
there's.
storyline.
So much years went by that I missed the Boondocks. Like the Boondocks needed an episode, and finally that they're getting to it. Like I just want to see what they do.
Do you think the political rhetoric will be the same or have it same, like,
That's what everyone's
right?
everyone's crossing their fingers for that
Because
one.
Because it's a cartoon, I don't know. I don't know how you cancel or like you know what I mean. How do you cancel a cartoon that's like
political, like The Simpsons, they ain't get canceled, so.
But they have the immunity of being.
I'm rolling.
They have some yo. They
They
don't know
have
how
a
many
sense
seasons
of
now?
immunity of being. Yeah, fine.
They're like in
Same thing as Family Guy. Family Guy said some wild stuff too, and they never got canceled.
And American Dad, that's true.
American Dad, yeah. Or the
Yeah.
Cleveland Show.
Even though Cleveland's his voice is a white guy.
Which is,
Wild. I was very shocked.
Plot twist.
Shocked.
Anyway, yeah, I honestly feel that I think they'll be okay. I think they'll be okay. I think HBO's meant for outrage. It's built for outrage. Like, if they never canceled Game of Thrones for certain things, I think they can give the Boondocks a black, especially when it's an animated cartoon. But you never know.
That's a packed channel. You got Insecure, you had Game of Thrones, and they're going to rerun that.
But do people really understand the jokes, though? That's the other part.
That's the thing. I think we're at the age that they will.
The humor.
I think they will.
I think they'll get it much faster.
They'll get it much faster.
Because at the time, even though the internet was around, you had to, like, really be in tune just to get the jokes.
And if you don't, go on Twitter. They'll tell you. You'll have a, what's it called? A think piece about every episode.
Yeah, it'll be explained.
A lot of people have a lot to say on Twitter. Like, you know, people will write stuff. So,
That's true,
I don't know.
That's wild.
It's pretty crazy. Also,
When is it coming out?
it is coming out.
Next year, 2020.
I don't want to drum on the table.
I think it's this month.
No.
Next month.
No, you're joking.
Next month.
I swear it's next year.
Isn't that no? Let me Google that.
I swear it's like fall 2020.
Oh, that's kind of farish.
No.
Man,
The
They gotta
Boondocks.
warm you up, you know? They gotta
I don't
let you
think
know.
so. Because the Boondocks returns 24 new episode HBO Max. It's gonna be dropping. Yeah, fall 2020.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Next year. They're just getting you up.
Oh man, I made it feel like it was next week. Oh damn! You remember the fundraiser episode
The fundraiser episode.
when Riley was selling chocolates and he was like the Godfather? He was like Scarface.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
And then they had that kid that dipped in chocolate and they brought him back. He's like dipped in the chocolate thing. That was
I was
what-
actually gonna say, who do you think are gonna be the possible, I guess, top level monsters?
like the villains. and
Yeah,
stuff.
the villains. Because
now-
Wolf was there, the one you were talking about, the girl. Then there was that guy who always be fighting
You know what?
grandfather.
Stink meaner.
Stink meaner.
Yes.
I think we're gonna have.
Wait, did Stink meaner die? I don't even know what.
No, they never ever
did
showed
this.
if he died.
I
Like,
think he just went. He died. Yes, he died, and then he went into somebody's spirit.
That's what.
Got cast out, and then Stink meter had his crew, like his own crew that came after people.
Who killed
Bushido Brown.
The three elderly people.
So I think Stink meter is done, but I can see them doing something with Uncle Ruckus, and
through Uncle Ruckus?
the Uncle Ruckus, the guy that said he has
Yeah.
reverse vitiligo.
Yeah.
And he's like reverse vitiligo, same as Michael Jackson.
Oh my God, bro.
But I could see him doing something with like a Trump supporter.
Ah, okay. That's.
I could see them
Ruckus.
going that way about it. I could see them doing a thing that now that Trump's in office, like Ed Wansler or somebody else is gonna be a villain in a way.
Yeah.
Because now it's like racism at an all-time high. Now they can be open because hey, Trump supporter here. I don't like black people too. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
can say those things and be
Yeah.
okay, right? I think they'll do a lot about police brutality. I think they'll do a bunch of those, but I think they'll flip it in certain ways.
They might mock that movie, the hate you give us.
I think that they might mock it or like bring it in a different way. They'll do it in a different way. Like I think, for example, like for the Stop Stitcher one, they brought up the fact that yes, Stop Stitcher is a thing, but at the same time you had rappers snitching on themselves in tracks.
On Twitter.
You had rappers
On Vlad TV. Oh, he has to do Vlad TV.
But that's not snitching. That's just being dumb.
No, you're no, but still,
still somewhat snitching.
you're still telling on yourself.
You're still
yeah.
telling yourself in a way. So I think they're gonna have those type of things.
They're not smart enough to edit. Like they don't exclude. They always implement certain people there, and then the interviewer is smart. They go, "Who was there?" And then they repeat it again. And you're just like, "Oh, you just told."
They wouldn't even know that they told.
That is actually a big conversation right now.
Telling. Just in general.
Yes.
Okay.
And apparently there's spectrums of it too.
Is this what we're doing? Are we switching to the topic?
I mean we're in a new lane right now. Yeah.
All right. Speaking of snitching, Tekashi 6ix9ine,
Yes.
Who's in the bin right now?
who's in the bin that now.
So he ended up in jail regardless.
Well,
I'm rolling.
Well, hold
I'm
on. Let's break
rolling.
this down. Tekashi 6ix9ine is a well-known rapper,
Yes.
Coming straight from New York.
straight from
Brooklyn
New
to be
York.
specific.
Of Hispanic
Tekashi,
and
aka
Mexican
Daniel
descent.
Hernandez,
Yes.
I don't know if Brooklyn won or lost.
known for-
I don't know.
what was he known for? Known for songs like Gumbo and Kuda,
Wait, what did you say?
His rainbow-colored hair.
rainbow-colored hair,
Wait,
tattoos,
you said gumbo or gumbo?
Gumbo,
Okay.
whatever it's called, Gumbo and Kuda, and making music that makes people say, "Yeah, I want to punch somebody in the face."
Yes. Very aggressive.
Very aggressive.
Like Onyx.
Yes.
Yes.
That
Or,
feel
or,
that
or MOP.
that I could be gangster for the time being,
Yeah,
and I can run up
And you run up and,
and
do
bust shots, and I have a whole type of crew with me. Speaking of crews, he was a part of the 9 Trey Bloods.
For those 9-3 bloods.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know how it works, and don't. I'm gonna start here. Alleged report. Alleged alert. Alleged alert. And we want no smoke with none of those guys. We're just
I mean-
talking about certain things.
I mean, they're all in the bin, so they
You
can't.
can't.
They can't really.
You do not know that.
I mean,
You do not know that, and you don't know their people that they work with. Next, you know, there's 9 Trey Canada,
I'm
Nine
and
rolling.
all these
Trey.
like you
I'm
don't. You
rolling.
just don't know.
9 Trey
You,
Canada.
you don't know. Let's just leave it at that. But
Wow.
in regards, he was arrested or indicted or whatever they call that. Him and
They all got swept
they
up.
all got swept up, got caught into that racketeering case. Long story short, he said he was gonna take the stand, and he did take the stand for 3 days.
He didn't?
He did.
He did, yeah.
For 3 days. He basically spilled the beans. Not even spilled the beans. He took out the whole shelf.
Told his truth. No?
He took his hand like this
And just,
and just started to walk down the aisle and spilled everything. So basically, he tells when did he start snitching and when did he say he was going to start cooperating? The day after he was arrested. He knew what it was the day after he was arrested.
this guy broke down like hierarchy.
He broke down
who's in charge
hierarchy.
of
Who was at
what?
the top of the bottom?
Yes.
He broke down things that didn't really matter. Like, oh, this
All the
person, Cardi B,
handshakes.
Yeah.
is a part of the 9 Trey. Jim Jones, part of 9 Trey.
That's
You know, you could save money on your insurance by switching to Geico. This is the illegal streaming sites. If you know,
No, but like-
so like he was ratting about things that I guess didn't matter.
See,
with
you
the
see over
case.
there? There's Waldo. He was pointing at Waldo.
Yeah, like they had.
They-
Man, the memes were getting him.
I'm
The
rolling.
memes were the best thing about like this whole situation because.
So, okay. Mm-hmm.
So one meme was like Shaggy. It was like it wasn't me, and then there's like him pointing. It's like yes, it was. They had a bunch of ones, like even ones. I think Myron Palmer did one when he was like, oh, something, and they didn't want to put more oxtail gravy on my food or something like that.
And
Just
you're
like,
pointing out the girl behind the desk. Oh shoot!
or like,
Yo, the day someone does that in a Caribbean restaurant, wow.
Points it out.
They you get your oxtail or curry goat. You see them order the food. They leave. Not even like 2 minutes out, they come back. Yo, that's the person that stiffed me. You. Yo, you're the person that stiffed me. What is this? And they're holding the tray of food in front of them.
and they're mad at the fact that you're snitching, and they're mad at the fact that you outed them.
outed them.
So it's like, how dare you? Like, what are they? Hey boy, that's when they start the apron off.
That's when people-
apron
As
is
people in the
off.
basement start coming up, you never knew
I
in the
want
basement. You see people just come up in the basement.
I'm rolling.
That's the man that he's like, yo, run. Run.
But you gotta
Ding,
point
ding,
people out.
ding, 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 ding,
We'll never
ding,
do that
ding,
in a
ding.
Caribbean
But
restaurant.
back to Snitch 9.
How dare you.
Snitch 9.
Don't kill me.
6ix9ine.
Don't kill me. A little of me. Okay, conspiracy theory. 'cause,
Oh, we
Yeah,
I love when we have
me.
these. It's my favorite segment.
what if 6ix9ine was actually a mole?
Now, actually, that's not really conspiracy.
It could be that. It's funny because he wasn't about that life at all. It just got viral, and because I guess he was doing music before, and I don't know. I don't know. That could be something. At the same time, he caused a lot of issues with, like, I think he caused a lot of issues with a bunch of a bunch of rappers.
Right.
Everywhere.
Like, everywhere he went, he's
I
telling...
don't check in.
I don't check in. He's telling people to S his D, all that stuff.
Suck his what?
SSD.
Wow.
SMD, if you know what that means. He's been telling people that and going off on a whole
Tangent.
tour telling people all that.
He
He didn't talk down. He didn't say whatever to anybody. He could say whatever he wants to anybody and get away with it. So
just remember, he said, "Do you know what track Vic Mensa?" And he started pointing at everyone in the.
he said, "Do you know anybody?" Or they asked him, "Do you know anybody that's from that gang?" It was him,
Wow.
him. Allah Akbar. That pretty whatever the guy in the suit. He did it. If I go down, we all go down.
No, saying no. Remember when he was doing that interview and then he was pointing out, "Do you know his music? No. Do you know his music? Do you know his music?" He was talking about Vic Mensa. He's like, "Do you know his music?"
Wow.
Nobody knows his music. Who is this guy?
Yes.
And he would go to Chicago saying that, "Oh, I'm gonna go to Chicago," and show up in Chicago. You have to be brave as hell to do that.
Say, I'm gonna come to Chicago and, you know what I'm saying?
And that makes a whole lot of sense. I get it. He went there early in the morning, but you must have some serious protection.
If you're bold like that.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Like I've just been looking at this like whole situation and whatever, and it's like I guess, it's one of those things that he's in it. They took him in because of the money. And I guess money, fame, he could put money in for the books for everybody else, and I'm just like,
or so they thought. But
so
then
they thought. But it's
all
one of
that
those
dumb
things.
exploiting, all that. You don't put your star out there like that. Like,
I mean, is it wrong? Why do we condemn him for wanting to protect himself?
I don't know. I think what it was, the whole changing tide of everything was the simple fact that he found out they were robbing him. I think I guess they were doing some business where he's performing and he wasn't making as much, or something along those lines.
Right? Like, okay, so with that being the backstory, why is it not fair that was his way of delivering karma?
oh, so all the things you did to me, this is what...
Now I'm outing.
You're threatening my life?
Yeah.
If I don't do it this way...
Right?
Whatever. You're threatening my baby mama? Okay. You're threatening my child? Nah, man. I'm gonna put all y'all on the stand. I'm gonna Nino Brown this. All y'all are coming down.
Like, just imagine that was his way of thinking.
Shotty was responsible for the operation.
It was him! That guy over there is looking at me. It was him and that person too. And you were there too.
Yo, everyone
that person over there was over there
too.
But he's telling whoever is there was there. And then he goes, that person, I met him at the corner store at the other side.
Yes.
That person, he gave me a t-shirt and whatever. That person I was in a studio with, but he smoked weed in the studio and he was not supposed to do that.
That might just be a whole that might just be a whole accountability thing. Like, I'm gonna just make sure I say these random things so y'all can make sure you know that I'm telling the truth.
I think he's trying to reduce his time. I think he's trying to reduce his time
by saying wild things that just don't make no sense.
Well, spilling the beans.
This guy said Cardi B is part of it too.
Cardi B, Jim Jones, and all these other people.
And what Cardi B said was like what happened on Twitter, like the publicist came out and said, Cardi B has no affiliation, you know how PRs are, right?
Yeah.
And then Cardi B went on after and says, that is correct, I'm not part of the 9 Trey Bloods, I'm part of the Brimstone Bloods.
Yes.
Where did you get this from?
That's on Twitter. It may be gone by now, but...
I don't know anything about that. That's all alleged. I don't know anything about that.
But my girl said, get it right.
I have no... Hey, All
Jim-
alleged.
hold on, the Jim
I
Jones
want
thing
no
now.
smoke. I don't want to go to New York. It's like, hey, you're from the vent. And then catch us stomping. They know
No.
to stomp people out. Run me your pockets.
You're protected by black,
There's nothing in my pocket.
You're protected by Jesus, Black Jesus. You're good. Nah, I was gonna say.
So are they.
I mean,
This guy said, so are they.
I mean, no, but like Jim Jones, though, like he was named too. And the thing with him, they caught him on tape saying. Remember when we were covering it, like
The whole thing, they said he was supposed to get super violated or violated.
It was Jim that said that.
No, I don't want to.
Allegedly.
Yo, I don't.
They caught Jim on tape allegedly saying, like, go, he needs to be violated, B. That probably obviously I'm imitating.
But that could be anything.
But
Violated could mean anything.
That's
it
true.
could mean anything. Violate could be cuss out.
That is
It
very
could be a beat up. It could be a hot box. Like there's no better violation as catch a hot box in your net box. Like someone just come around, especially when it came from a distance. It's like from here, and it's like
yo.
catches all the wind and energy. All that energy you're just scraping in the cup of your hand, just to box somebody in the net box. It's not, yeah. But yeah, obviously he wasn't about that life. He wasn't about that culture. He ratted out about everything, and sad reality is that's something you got to deal with. That's all you got to do. I don't know. Are you okay? Here's my question. Would you still listen to his music?
I really
I
never
wasn't even
listened to
into it in the first place, yeah.
I never listened to it, really.
But by the time we talked about it, that's the first time I listened to Gummo.
The
And
first-
that song was out for
Like
a while.
I listened
too.
to Gummo. Like I've heard Gummo play here and there. I have it. I listened to Gummo. I listened to Coda because they were just upbeat, loud, angry music.
Yeah.
You know, gets you amp in the gym and stuff.
Okay,
The
for
one
gym
time
pumps,
I remember
yeah.
the one time I remember hearing Gummo in the club. It kind of scared me because it was like.
Oh.
It was just like, because the song goes, if you bitch, you sniff ya,
Oh, okay, yes.
bang, 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 hearing gunshots and sky, yeah. It's like, what's going on? And like, it's hard when it goes through a mix like that. You're not expecting
You're not
the track
expecting
to
it.
come on, and
Yeah, bro, like,
you know, it goes from a guy rapping to gunshots, and it's just like, you know, it
can be traumatic for some people.
Mr. Krabs just,
Yeah.
what's going
Oh,
on?
the Mr. Krabs.
But that's what happens when, you know, you're trying to overcompensate and oversaturate a certain street life or culture, or act like you're, you know, about that life when you really weren't about it, and people give you that cosign for the sake of money, and all that thing kicks in.
well, not everyone can handle it, right?
Especially when it goes down. Spill the beans. That's something you gotta expect, I guess, when it comes to that street life, I guess. I don't know.
Everyone talks. When you start throwing those double-digit numbers at you, man, you're talking.
It's like you're about to go in there for 50 years.
50 years?
Again,
Hey, you sit back and you're just like,
Some people just like,
why are we shocked?
some people will hug the charge and be like, whatever, but there's some people that are just like,
To think about it.
50 years.
the cops, they know, they catch you and they're like, you want anything? You want something to eat? You know, you want a burger? This is, here, I'll get you a burger. You know, that might be the last type of fast food you'll get for the rest of your life.
For the rest
if
of your
you
life.
don't work with us. They close the door. You're just in there, just sitting there. Oh my God. You might come back, cop might play mind games. Just letting you know, you never know what they're saying about you, you know. They probably might take it all on you. Getting that cold.
But 6ix9ine's like,
See,
oh
but
no.
like,
Ah!
what can you say at that point? You know what your consequences are.
Yeah, it's one of those things that
Ouch.
when you live that life, you gotta face the consequences.
Yeah, like, okay, you've been doing it for so long. What did you expect?
He thought he was invincible. But that's how they all fall. Like, if you watch all these, like, look at Narcos and look at all these things, it's the peak when they think they're
Yeah, I need to catch up to
invincible.
Narcos.
Everything just
Starts to
bottoms
fall.
out.
Yeah.
They get swept under their legs. And that's what happens.
I mean, I was gonna say good luck to someone, but I don't. Who am I giving good luck to? I don't know.
Well, all the best to them. Like, I don't know what to like. It's one of those things that is like, Such is life.
You know, it is.
That's just- Look at you shouldn't. I like that.
No,
like,
it's not. It's not. It's a hey. It's just certain things. It's just it comes. These are the consequences.
Hey, you work with what you got. Eh? You want some.
I didn't say it like that, but it's one of those.
However,
You know what I mean?
If this was a Western, they may have been the ones to be winning right now, and it would be a different story. But in this day and age, yes.
But
Unfortunately.
I'm
who else?
like what you're saying. Like,
Trudeau, Justin Trudeau. We'll just get to that. The Master of Disguise.
The Master of Disguise. That's
So one-
an actual
so one-
movie, guys.
so one person mocking a culture to another, because people think 6ix9ine is like, who's this guy disrespecting?
What war he's fought? What battle he's done? Did he get jumped in?
And like, it's one thing if he's Puerto Rican, right? But the thing he's Mexican, so it's a little different now. When he's what happened when he's
Why
running
did they
like
have to say it like that?
no Mexican.
Because that's how some people pronounce it.
Yeah, they just like think of it like how do you let an outsider like that kind of
Come in.
like that, right? And then now that outsider's taking on all these.
I mean, isn't that usually the case?
That's how I go. Colonizing, all that stuff, I guess. This just makes that effect. But Justin Trudeau,
Our prime minister
our Prime Minister of Canada,
of Canada.
he's been under some fire.
Yes.
Lately, he's been on a fire for like a good
While.
while, year, 2
For
years.
all the decisions that he's
all
made.
these things. And
Yo, it's like ever since I can't.
he hasn't been going, apparently, I guess allegedly. Sorry. He hasn't been going to debates.
Oh, he's
He's
ducking.
been- he's ducking them the conversations. I mean, it's just words, guys.
What's a lot though?
I guess.
I mean, how do you answer to the country? You have not created enough jobs in healthcare.
That's
Why not? Well, the budget?
yeah.
Yeah, he didn't have the best answers. He wasn't the. It's a fine example of a prince is not always like the king.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I don't know what the king has done. You know what I mean? I don't know what purely it's true. I don't know my politics like that, so I can't say that. But based off
I'm trying to relate him to a character that I watched on TV.
based off purely at Trudeau, it sounds like he was a good guy.
Yeah.
Based off stuff like that.
Because he helped a lot of. I think he may have been responsible for the immigration boom. So like of our people from the Caribbean, people from India, people from wherever, right? Because he allowed like many people to come here and thrive and work and stuff like that.
Yes.
So yeah, a lot of people in the age bracket from 50 to 70s and plus,
Yes.
they have like high respect for him. Right? Now the son, on the other hand,
I'm dying.
I don't know, man. The son.
I'm dying. I mean, what do you mean? He allowed weed to come into on our grounds. He's awesome. He's legalized it.
I mean, here's Masha. Like, you're the dog. There's still no stores.
What do you mean there's still no stores?
There's dispensaries.
They were trying to put it with LCBO. LCBO was trying to like get at them, the government, and say how dare you insult us by not offering cannabis or the selling
dare
of
you insult us?
Yes, of not having cannabis available with us.
At first, I thought it was gonna be LCBO, but then I heard it was like
Other places.
other businesses, and it was the OCB and OC
Do you know how many joints will be stolen?
OCS.
Listen, I'm not trying to be here for that. Nope.
I'm not trying to be here for what?
Weed and liquor sold in the same place. I'm okay. Thank you.
That's wow. You're gonna deal with a drunk high person.
They probably have infused. We have ganja dipped in Hennessy. Yeah, I guess.
That's fine. You can have like particular things, but not like, no. That's not gonna be your everyday. I hope.
I
Not.
guess. I guess.
If you're gonna have dipped in Hennessy, by all means, we can have that in the back.
I think that'd be pretty cool though.
Dipped in Hennessy.
But okay, well, back to Trudeau. He got caught up not once, not twice, and
4
3 or more.
I think it was 4 times. Yeah.
I don't know how many times he got caught up in brown
3 or more.
brown face, black face.
Yeah, he did.
He was in brown and black.
He said,
yeah.
he said brown and black. He was doing blackface at a high school while performing Dale,
Oh
the
Lord!
Jamaican folk song.
All the songs. Jeez, Dale, man, did Dale.
Wow.
And then
A lot of people did Dale, but they didn't do it with the blackface. Why did you feel to do that? Oh.
That's wow.
Oh man, Dale is such a common song that people start off with that are not with the culture.
Dale.
It's like when piano players.
He said
I know a lot of piano players hate when they hear people play Heart and Soul, cause like I could play piano, ding, do, 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 do. Like that part gets you so mad. So yeah, so I think that yeah, that's I don't know. Like I just
Black and brown face. Wow, man.
Yes.
And the brown face part was like, it was an Arabian Night Day or something
Yes,
like that.
and he was playing Aladdin.
But
like the clothes wouldn't be enough for people to jog and get it.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
guys, just remember it's a whole new world. Is that Little Mermaid or Aladdin? Help me.
No, it's right.
A whole new world?
Yes.
That was Aladdin, yeah.
Okay.
Aladdin. This guy, like, yo.
New.
It was just his face either in that particular photo. He painted his whole body. Who does crackhead shit like that?
And they had videos of him like, oh, with like another brown. And here's the thing, he's oh, Jesus.
The timing too.
Me personally.
Election next month. The timing of this.
I felt like someone had it in the tuck though.
That's what I'm saying.
Someone had it in the tuck and they were like, all right, wait, he's not coming. Drop it, boom. Or someone's social media got to it first and then
Once it touches the internet, it's like
wildfire.
wildfire, man. Damn, Justin, who do you piss off? Like,
Clearly he's somebody, like a makeup artist.
And the crazy part is like it's hard for other liberals because there are good liberals out there. And but he's like that guy, the representative of the Liberal Party. You know what I mean? And it's kind of hard because it's like I'm doing good because of you. When they see this, you're the person that they see.
you're the person to see, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're representing us.
You
Yeah.
think he'll? I don't think he'll resign or step down though.
From it?
Yeah.
I mean, are people really all that offended? Is it the majority?
Sadly, no. A lot of people
are offended.
are saying like he was a moron, an idiot, but like
I think
they
people
were
are-
not saying racist though.
Here's the
which is
thing.
interesting.
I think
it's the
people are
intent.
offended. They're definitely offended. I feel like it's one of those. You know what it is? You know when you're just tired of someone doing foolishness?
Yes.
And then when you do more, you're just like, ah!
It's just like
And you're just like, well,
That's expected of them.
it's expected. Yeah.
interesting tactic.
So it's
they're
like
just gonna do all this
you can
fart
only
all
go
the time.
down from. It's like you're already going down from here. There's not like I could say that there's not as much as there is outrage, but
Yeah.
I feel like people already expect that from him.
He had like the elbow thing. He had a lot of stuff happening. Like he had the SNC scandal. Like he said he was gonna promise like a electoral reform, and he was like, on second thought, I'm not gonna maybe do that.
What was his apology like? I think I saw one where he was like, it was a long time ago.
I have no idea. I'm trying to read and see.
I don't know. I think, well, would you accept Justin Trudeau's apology?
I mean,
Why should-
as long as he means it.
You said like a host of a show, like you're on Montel, like you were Montel himself, like you looked into the audience, you're like, come on, guys.
I mean, some people just don't realize how offensive some things are. I mean, do we have that time and to talk about it? Probably not. It kind of opens up that conversation. Certain things are just not acceptable.
Yeah.
We've been talking about it, but other people have not been talking about it. So maybe that's okay. Maybe we need to start talking about it.
I remember one thing where like those other people that are talking about it.
Yes.
They had I forgot where. I gotta link the article. Basically, they created a room, a safe haven to where they discuss what's wrong with racism.
Right.
But they can't include people that are victims to that racism.
The people that are oppressed.
They had a club. They made a club where they can only talk about it.
Right.
So they can't get opinions on like, hey, this is how you guys.
Oh, of people who are oppressed.
Yeah.
Or have.
It's like they're trying to figure it out.
You know what that
On their
reminds me
own.
of?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
like
know
a
what that
think tank.
Like a think tank.
You know
yeah.
what that
That's interesting, actually.
Mm-hmm.
That even exists. And what do they end up coming to the conclusions to? Like, I would want to know what that is.
You know,
I'm gonna link you later with that.
that
Yes.
reminds me of like the South Park episode a while back with Kanye, where it's like, oh, you're a gay, it's like, what do you call something, a gay fish?
A gay fish, yeah.
But instead of going to Cartman and all those guys that gave him the joke, he went to his people. Like, well, a gay fish or whatever means, oh, they're hating on me because of my money, or da 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 da. Well, it actually means this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
Instead
kind
of
of
actually
like
asking the
they're
source.
just gonna have their own
Yeah.
ideas and own thoughts instead of going to the
source.
source and being like, "Hey, how do we fix this?"
How do you fix this? Yeah.
But I guess at the same time, it's like you don't want to hear how you want to fix it. I feel like it buns a little bit hard.
I mean, it's
Like it's like you ask, "How do you fix this?" Well, we want reparations.
that twist up leg like Michael Jackson.
Reparations.
what are those? How do you want those?
This guy twists up his
That's
leg.
an old school thing. You sure you want reparations?
You sure?
I mean, 40 acres and a meal. You want that for real?
I mean, how would that look?
You know what's funny? What was it? It was Dave Chappelle did the episode when black people got their reparations.
And
And
on
then
the
like
Chappelle show,
they put all their stocks at KFC and all these different things.
yeah.
It's like, excuse me while I have money. Like they had like those moments.
That's wild. I mean, what would happen?
The problem is, how do you gauge reparations?
It's a very good question.
It's payment.
And
Because now
therapy.
you're
'cause
gonna
you need
no. But
therapy.
here's the thing.
This
But
is
here's the
true.
thing about it. Like, I don't. Please don't cancel me. This is just me just thinking about how
it would work.
it would work.
Yeah, I know what's going
If
on.
you're
Like,
if your family's born in Jamaica and you just came here, they could say, well, you're born here. It's like, yeah, you're born in Canada, but you know, there's not necessarily oppression now. You're not a slave.
Okay.
Your ancestors weren't slaves. You guys are in Jamaica. You don't deserve anything.
There was actually a conversation I was having.
Wow.
And then,
Yeah,
but
it's the generational length of people who have felt the oppression or the effects of slavery versus the people who recently migrated and then are a first generation to the systemic oppression.
Systemic oppression.
Yes.
But at the same time, based off, you know, one of my woke friends told me, they feel like, you know, well, not they feel, I think it's a fact that, you know, like reparations, there should be reparations in Canada, the States, everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because like most of these big known countries were built off free labor and oppressed people, stuff like that. Also, like even the natives, like they go through all that, and it's like, you know, I don't know if there's reparations. I don't know how it works for the natives, but like they're still an oppressed group.
Yes.
So
Like how theirs happened was, which is why the one drop rule is an important factor, because what happened is they did get reparations back, but then they were told you have to live in this specific
Areas, yeah,
right?
in order for it to be exercised.
To
Yeah.
exercise, right? And then what happened is there's a thing going on. I got to link to you again. There's a thing going on right now where the U.S. is, I think they're going to different companies and they're saying, oh, you owe millions because you said you were this ethnicity and you weren't qualified for it, but you took the money anyways. So we're taking that money back so it can be refunded into the people who actually need it.
Right.
Because a lot of people would claim I'm quarter native, 1/8, 1/16, and they would still get the reparation, right?
That's true.
So the thing with ADOS, like how do you gauge that now? Like is someone like 1/8 gonna be like, oh well, I'm 1/8 black, give me reparations, right? Like how are you gonna regulate that? Because it happened before, like.
I mean, I guess you would have to figure out the intentions.
The intentions?
Yes. I mean, I guess, because, sometimes you have to take in all the sides of the perspective as much as possible, right?
Yeah.
Like, one of the biggest things that I would think would be fair grounds to have reparations would be, like, the whole passing concept. People went and actively made sure that they mixed because they wanted to survive.
Yeah.
So therefore, that mentality, having to put yourself in a position and then physically, biologically put yourself in a survival position, whoa, you're actively taking that because you're trying to beat all the odds of just surviving.
Yeah.
This is not because this is really true love. You're doing this because you're like, I want you to survive. Like, I want whatever is happening today, whoever is the dominating person, my legacy can continue because you do not, and you will not be heavily affected because of your skin.
Your skin, yeah.
I would think that's fair. That person would definitely be granted, like, reparations. It had to be a thought.
I wish I knew much about that stuff, but I don't. But in regards to Justin Trudeau, you're a fool for that one. I feel like it's one of those things that I feel like.
But is he really?
The way I see it.
Is he really?
Yeah,
got the
you
brown and
know
black
it's
face.
offensive.
I mean,
I feel like you know it's offensive.
What would you prefer?
What?
What would you prefer?
What do you prefer as in like?
To show how best would be for him to show that his collectivism or his ability to reach to as many ethnicities as possible and his involvement in each person's role.
Wear the outfit. You don't have to paint your face, blackface, especially when that came from like a racial, like a bad history.
You just said something. You said wear the outfit, right?
Yeah.
But
before
some
that
people,
happened,
yeah.
When he was on his way to India, he wore an outfit, and people went, "You're doing too much."
No, but you're doing too much when you're wearing like 6 different It's like, okay, for example, it's like, let's say Justin Trudeau went to New York.
Yeah.
Right? Or he went to Toronto. And then, even better, sorry, going to Jamaica.
Okay,
you go to Jamaica.
Here we go. A good
You
example.
get your hair braided the first day. You
Which is advertised.
Yes, you get your hair braided the one day. You eat oxtail and it's like, yeah, you're doing all that, whatever.
You get a beanie shirt.
The one time you get a beanie shirt, you wear mesh merino.
Like you're doing
the first
too much.
day. No, that's fine. The first day, whatever, you've been there. Wagwan. Everything, whatever.
Yeah.
2 days go by. Now you're in mesh merino. You're in a bubble dread hat. Your hair's dread now. And you're like, Wagwan, my brother.
Wow.
It's like, Trudeau, that's not you, Trudeau. Like, no, Trudeau, that's not you. And then it's like, as you're there, you keep doing things. Like, you keep, like, now I listen to Vibes Cartel. Like, I know who Sizzla is. Like, I guess it's pandering the word. Like,
now?
Pandering, yeah. Pandering's the word.
But it's one of those things that be like, bro, like, not even us wear mesh marinas or say wagwan like that all the time. You're just overdoing it to
be nice?
I don't
respectful?
know, be nice. I think that's
or
it.
That's
it's
what's
like,
advertised to you.
But,
I went to Jamaica,
but
right?
now
just
you're in
recently.
the culture. But
Wait,
now you're in
wait, yeah.
Yeah, I went to
you
Jamaica
better watch.
just recently.
You're walking lightly.
And
just so you're treading real lightly
Who?
against some Jamaican people on the podcast. I listen.
That is perfectly fine. Hear me now.
Just
But
because
yes.
you're from St. Vincent, it doesn't mean.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Me being from St. Vincent, coming to Jamaica, that's what was advertised. I'm seeing that the hair braiding, the mesh merino top, and all that stuff is being sold That's the image that's being sold to these people.
Fair.
So, if when the time comes, I'm told this is what's normal or this is what you should buy into, then it's only being that's what's being explained here.
Yeah.
So, can you really be mad at him for wearing a mesh marina, coming in and saying, well, Guan, when the time comes?
Oh, it just sounds so
because
odd,
that's what's being pushed in his
another
face.
thing is, when are you going to be yourself? You're a Canadian Prime Minister.
Okay.
You're not going to be, like, why are you going to be going to a country? Like, I'll bring up India because there's a lot of things that he's wearing, like, high expensive suits, like, Indian culture,
from
like
the head
every
to
time,
the toe.
head to the toe. You don't have to do that. Like,
there's a picture of him just praying. Mm-hmm. He was wearing like a white thing. He was wearing the special hat.
The wrap. Yeah.
The wrap, yeah. It's like he's praying, and you're like, what are you doing?
That's like Justin Trudeau. Yeah, same thing. First day, whatever. Mm-hmm. He does a Willy Bonks the second day. He does a Willy Bonks the third day. He does a Willy Bonks the fourth day. Yes, it's a big dance. But you don't I don't need to see you doing it every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, hey, ha, ha. Like, I don't need, like, it's one of those things, it gets overboard.
Yeah.
It's like when, us being, black.
Yes.
And you see someone that's not really in your culture or, Caucasian
Share the
or
same
somebody
experiences,
else.
yes.
They hear a hip hop song or a dancehall song and like, hey, yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
That is hyper disrespectful.
You know what I mean?
I think that's happened to me before.
It's like, I actually like Tim McGraw. Sorry, guys.
I actually liked him.
Marilyn Manson, that's my thing. Ozzy Osbourne, yeah.
Just to throw them
Slash,
off.
Kiss. Yeah, I know that music. Kid Rock, bomb with your bomb, badang, diggy, diggy. You know what I mean?
So that just sounds like we're getting a little deeper than just what's on the exterior.
And that's just the thing.
What's the point? So, all right. So then what else can he do? Like, if that's what his advisors were telling him is right.
I don't know.
First of all, don't
What
listen
can
to your
he
advisors.
do?
Was that his advisors for real?
I mean, do you think the man really goes and dresses himself? I'm going to go and put on this wrap today that was like...
How about just don't...
and then even then, so that's even saying that he knows where to buy this stuff.
Did he have advisor when he did the blackface?
Look, the first time they caught him with that party too, the Arabian party, the brown face.
He was
He was 29 years old.
Yeah.
29?
He was 29.
He was 29, 2001 that happened.
Ooh.
So...
I mean, it goes back to how much in touch are people, right? Are they actually talking to each other?
I don't know.
And what's being pushed and advertised and what's being received?
That's just wild, man.
I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know
man.
what to say about that.
And then when that happened, it took me back to like the beef we had last year with Drake and Pusha T. And when you saw that Drake picture, you just jolted because you're like, yo, this is the Drake picture in blackface. You just jolted. You're like, yo, what are you doing?
I was like,
It's even worse because it's like you know better. You have a black parent. You should know better, way better than that.
what? To
But
do
I think,
blackface?
but
Yeah.
he addressed it.
How is he exempt from doing black? How is he included? Sorry, of doing blackface when he is black?
No, but
Not
not exempted. I'm saying comparing him to Justin, you understand because when you're in a certain environment and color, you're in a bubble. You don't get it. But like
Some
when you have
people,
half a black parent, it's like
Well, you
It
gotta
looks
remember
worse.
why he did it.
But
it
that's
was
like-
it was based off this
That's
art,
assuming that we.
which I know.
but that's the thing. It was based off this art segment.
Yes.
If you didn't know that, you'd probably be outraged. But I think it was based off the art segment of everything. You know what I mean? It wasn't like.
And I know in all those pictures, like, because there are different people doing their own art segments. But when you see someone in just
Why
there,
are you
and-
smiling so hard?
Sorry. I saw somebody on my feed. Yep.
That's hilarious.
Yep. Sorry.
But yeah, I think basically because it was an art thing, I wasn't showing up as something. He explained it, and since it was explained, you can't really use that as like.
I don't know. I know you explained it, but
But I think what happened was is this first time seeing it, yeah, you're gonna be shocked. But he explained it, so it kind of null and void. Like if he didn't explain it, he could have a lot of explaining to do. But I think he explained it and quickly.
That's the thing.
So you
And
can't jump the gun on that.
It's even hard to find it now too, because it's kind of scrubbed off the internet now.
What?
No,
The same
picture.
Picture, yeah.
I don't think.
And this will be too, Justin. If you think this is, take your screenshots now, people, because if you think this is gonna stay on the internet,
I'm rolling.
nah, they're gonna scrub that just now.
I mean, it's still his reputation too, right? That's fair.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see.
Crazy.
He's already. It seemed like he's already going downhill, so it doesn't really make a difference. Like, you know what I mean? It just, that's what it just looks like. It just it's you know.
Because it seems going down.
I don't know much about politics, and I'm going to need people to explain this to me. Like, who should I
You need
vote?
to start learning her now. Now.
You have a supercomputer in your hand that you're looking at right now, which you shouldn't be looking
need
at,
to.
but
You need to start getting yourself aware
aware
of
of
politics.
like,
Yes.
stuff.
How your country's being run, how you contribute, and how it's going to affect you.
And no, but that's what I plan to do before I vote. I am gonna sit down and break down what these guys offer, background history, stuff like that. I'm gonna take the time.
You're gonna do your Googles, as
Yes.
Frederick Starr would say.
But you also have to understand like how it's affecting not only just you, but just like you in the future too, and groups of you.
And you're picking me them.
No,
Not implicating that James has picked me currently. That's not what I said. I'm just saying
Just for
in
your
the future.
Your future, yes.
the future. Yeah.
Cause like even the same argument, like
Cover your face.
same argument was had with a friend and they were going on about how they would not pick conservative, and when asked why, they couldn't even give the answer. They couldn't give the answer as to why they wouldn't, but it was based on a whole lot of American sensationalism.
oh, so it's like they think it's the same that's gonna happen over here.
Right.
Sad reality, though, I don't technically blame him because it's like everybody follows suit in a certain way. Like, I feel like as
But
much
he was
as...
applying the issues that America is facing as if it was in the Canadian context.
But
and
the
it
thing
wasn't.
about it, it's one of those things that if we see it becoming... Like, Canada tends to follow America with certain things.
How?
I
Not
feel
with
like
our
they-
policies, that's for sure.
For
and
me,
or
the first thing that
attitude.
comes to my head is American Idol, Canadian Idol.
I mean, Jamaica follows America for weed, like as in like they haven't we legalize it, but they're waiting for America to legalize it, because the next thing you know, Jamaica will legalize it. Just to throw a curveball. Even in terms of all the islands, not even just Jamaica.
As my sister says, we need to stop saying legalize. We need to start saying decriminalize.
Because they didn't say that either. So it's federally legal, yes. But
you can still get
if
charged.
you're caught with a certain
Exactly.
amount, you can still...
You can still get charged. So there's still a penalty to it regardless, which isn't fair. How am I being condemned for something that you said, yeah, it's okay, you can have it, but as soon as you have it, ha ha, bitch!
Gotcha.
Is it like as soon as
doing
you have a
pardons,
certain... But is it as soon as you have a certain
Well, why we
amount?
even gotta have a pardon in the first
But hold on,
place?
are we sure? Because is it as soon as you have a certain amount? Is it like a certain amount? Is it
Yeah,
like...
I know you can't have more than 4 ounces, I believe. in
4? That's
Jamaica.
nothing. That's a good weekend.
Can't have more than 4 in a sitting.
Really?
Yeah.
We're going to have to double check that. 4 ounces? That's a good weekend.
we gotta Google it. We have to do our Googles. Because I think...
That was what my tour bus guy said.
Which tour bus guy? From Jamaica?
From Jamaica.
That's not the person you have to listen to. He hasn't been Canada. What's his life?
Oh, this is in
In
JA.
Jamaica, the man was like, you can have weed, but you can't have more than 4 ounces on
Wow.
you.
Interesting.
In Jamaica or in Canada?
In
Oh, I thought you were
Jamaica.
talking Canada. Never mind. Oh, okay. I
Wow,
thought you were talking
okay.
Canada. Oh, thanks. It.
No. You can't have more than 4 in Jamaica.
Some
Well,
people do an OZ a day. Like,
Yo, man.
I don't know how much people do a day when it comes to weed. But,
anyways, back to Justin. I don't know. It veered off the weed twice. But, but
He's the reason why we have it here in Canada.
right?
I
And
mean-
the other options, like you said, conservative. Like,
I mean,
I'm seeing a lot of people saying pick your battles.
me
You know what I could see
personally, I
happening?
want them to get rid of this whole... whoever is all about keeping the dollar within Canada right now, that is who I'm going to vote.
Oh, it was something we were discussing before.
Yes.
Okay. Wait. Lay it down for us. Or lay it down for James.
You know what I was thinking? Okay.
Okay, so you know how there has been talk about how importing, exporting, and there's been a cutoff from China or to China, importing from China, whatever is going on.
Basically trade war, right?
Yes. So I was saying that, yes, we should do that. That would be okay. My reasoning, because a lot of the products that we do receive have always had some form of concern or issue associated with it, especially with the health of people. When we had a lot of toys that were imported from China, there was a lot of high cases of lead issues. Then there was like the car models that were coming over, and there were a whole...
When you read the CP24, you see bear recall steering,
right?
Recall this wire.
How many people died? Okay. Then the most recent one would be that the import of foods are now plastic. They're not real. They're fake. 3 incidents where there's high consumerism that has affected people's health.
But you know, it's one thing that you could say that affects people's health, and they're not going to let go, and they're going to continue to be consumers.
And those have been exploding on people.
I'm paranoid about that now.
You see this? I could say myself I'm an addict. And I plan to buy a new one.
Word, you mean
as much as
you're upgrading your plan?
I might just get a new phone, like a new one. But as much as you guys can say, yes.
Wait. Let's slow time down a second. What's wrong with this phone?
Nothing.
So you want 2 phones?
It's slightly slowing down.
It's slightly slowing down?
Slightly slowing down, but I still want another phone. But this is how you know.
I don't get it.
This is Conspiracy James at the moment.
I'm rolling.
As much as you guys are saying yes, but because of these things,
Yes.
this cell phone,
Yeah.
Why are you looking at it like that?
that's not gonna end. Like, we're not gonna be building cell phones in Canada.
Why not?
But we
And that was
Yes,
what my
I
argument
get it.
was.
We should.
Because we have, okay, take it in. If 90% of our anything that exists
pants,
in Canada,
everything we're using here, like,
we are literally not self-sufficient at all.
But it starts with us getting resources and all that things.
Okay.
To Canada.
Yes, but there are some things that, okay,
then the labor, you have to add that.
Exactly. Then that would increase all the jobs that we are so in need of. Where did they all go? Because we've been outsourcing all our stuff. This is why.
even IT.
I get it.
So why are we not bringing back the dollar and making it strong here in Canada? I don't
know. That's not something that's my forte.
That's it. I'm gonna. You're getting a twin. You're getting 2.
But you just gotta look at it like this. Like
every update, it's getting bigger and bigger.
I'm rolling.
And slowing my things down.
I'm rolling.
Instead of being half a second, it takes a second to things to load.
Wow.
It's because I'm gonna get 2.
You right now.
I want light speed. Okay.
Wow.
Any small increment, I'm going to replace this phone. I deserve a warranty.
But we should. I'm looking at some of the equipment we use. I'm just like, yo, remember I told you I got this for $99? And then I blink my eyes, I look at the price, and it's $169.99 right now.
Yes.
Full price.
Yes.
And the best sale you could get right now is like $129.99.
Yes.
So this thing increased really like $30.
Right.
Right? So it's like if you just build them here and build it here and then open up competition. That's the punch. That's a 1-2 punch.
Yes.
Because it'll end up going down anyways. Because you have
your own.
You have your own. You have like 50 factories.
I get it, but there's just something that comes with it. Like,
what do you mean? Now we are literally living on convenge in Canada. It's actually so sickening.
It's so easy to be said because now here's the thing, you're gonna have to start telling people we have jobs here, you're gonna want to work. Some people are already taught, like they're already in their mind that they don't want to work.
And then whose fault is that though?
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's a political issue.
Yeah.
That has been forced on people. You have created a generation of people who have lived now on convenience and a lack of expectations. Why? Because you outsourced everything. There's nothing here already. You don't even have a back, like, what's it called? Like a safe house.
Or safety net.
Yo, you're like, if 90% is everything imported, you actually don't. You've closed down all these things. You've moved space for what? So when this import or trade war and closes off the gate, how are you going to feed your people when half the lots that you had are no longer available to you? You don't have the manpower. You don't have the training, because that's not something that they've been officially putting out there.
They don't want to train
people.
nobody. They say, yo, you start the job today, you pick it up as you go.
Right? Like
know.
the whole trades industry has now slowly been pushed out to go and do IT or like digital and technology.
I can disagree with that.
Woo!
I can disagree with
No,
that.
well,
I can disagree with that.
Okay,
I feel like
sir.
me being in trades, I
Yes.
think we're looking for more tradespeople because
I keep hearing
the
hearing
vets,
that for
the vets are going down. Like
The which?
the vets,
Oh,
like
like
the
the
people that have been,
veterans, like-
they want to retire.
the boomers, basically.
They want to retire. I can see that more for simple things like reception or cashiers or whatever, because you've seen that getting swapped
you're
out
getting
for computers.
With the...
But
yeah,
like for trades,
suction
I
cup.
think right now trades is still going for now till we have robots and you don't have to worry about casualties.
Oh, that's...
But not anytime soon.
See,
because
every
it's-
time I think of these things, it's like,
you know what I mean? So
thinking of the other side. You need somebody to be responsible for that machine when the time comes.
yeah, exactly. Eventually
How
that will
long is
be a
that
case.
schooling?
That'll be a thing.
I'm
But
pretty sure-
not
well,
right now.
No, it'll be one person. Because seeing how like one person controlled drones, it'll just be one person.
But at the same time,
They'll just be like,
So one person, and think of all those jobs now. One person is responsible for.
but at the same
they're
time,
robots, yeah.
as much as you guys think this might
Like
happen,
you just look, okay, that's robot 10, robot 58P.
What is everyone else doing?
I wonder, yo, dog.
you know what everybody
Can
else
we just
might
think about these things? I just want to know.
what everybody else could be doing is trying to find the one person.
One person
kill
to
him.
do what? What?
Whoa, okay. People saying problematic on this
The reason why, because
But
everybody.
I'm not the
I'm just saying.
problematic
I'm just saying in a way that
just for the record.
in.
I'm not the problem.
Never mind. There's a reason why I say it, but
There's not
like,
like a, wait, explain the sci-fi
I would like
plot.
to know why. Yeah, the
Yeah.
sci-fi episode.
Explain it.
no, I don't want to.
Wait. So
Yo, there's so many things.
wait. Let's do this. So everything's scarce, right?
Yes.
One person is controlling
Yes.
the
If
multiple.
you know one
right?
person has all the food, and everybody else is starving, they're gonna go after the one person with the food.
But you know what that's considered? A revolt in a political stance.
Exactly.
Right. But
People will revolt.
why are we getting to that point is my question. Why are we
It
choosing
shouldn't be.
to
Yeah,
go that
I
direction?
get that. I get that.
That's my
I
question.
Totally get that. But this is how people think now, which is sad. People think that way. People are like, yo, why am I paying 12 people when I can get a machine? If there was a revolt, people should have been kicking over famous players at Cineplex things
dog.
from now. People would be dashing that with water if that was the
you
case.
walk
We
in,
revolt.
and it's just computers.
See, I don't need it.
And then you walk
good.
upstairs, you may see like one person here.
And
one
sometimes the
person there.
cashiers don't even want to see you. You're coming, man, use a computer.
True.
That just makes me think of Wall-E.
Oh, Wall-E the film.
The robot.
And
Right.
everyone couldn't move, and they needed assistance for everything, and they were demanding because why? Because convenience was all there in their life.
I didn't watch Wall-E.
That's why.
I didn't watch Wall-E, so I don't know how that works.
Yes, man. If you watch it, you'll understand.
Okay.
You'll understand.
I'll watch Wall-E.
It's a bigger picture than
There's a
what
bunch
it
of
is
Disney's
about
movies I still have to watch.
lonely
So
robot.
I'll put that on the list. But
How? Yeah, that's.
That's what I'm scared of. That is life. If
It's
you
weird.
really keep that going.
I think about homelessness a lot more now because it's very easy just to be like, bam, oh shit, I'm
Marginalization
done.
has grown.
I'm telling you guys right now, I'm moving to a warm climate.
That's the other thing. I'm actually starting to think that Toronto, especially here in Toronto, core part, they're trying to change it, like, I think it's like Taiwan or the Philippines, where a major part of the city is only for tourism.
Yeah.
So everyone who has actually been here are going to get pushed out to go out of, like, Mississauga, Guelph, and all those other developing areas.
Maybe.
How would you
But they ain't gonna tell you that.
Lights on all time.
Lights on, true, lights on all the time.
Expensive to live in Toronto.
I don't know.
It's like, when does it stop?
I don't know about all that. That's too much to think about.
How is it too much? This is going to be in 10 years, bro.
I don't believe it's gonna be.
The same way the computer just turned to this in the last 20.
I don't believe it's gonna be in that.
Yo,
What do you think? Think about this.
I love technology, but like, dog, remember back in the days we went from boom
Yes.
to cordless.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden we had like the brick phones that can never die.
And you're trying to act like it's not going to come in your 10 years?
Then the LG chocolate.
In your life?
The two-way. And then all of a sudden we have this now. And then this and then this edition, and then this edition, and this edition, and this edition.
Remember, it was a disc. You used to get a disc, put it on the thing, let it play.
Record player, yeah.
And now where are we? You
It's
buy it on iTunes because it's already in your phone.
And you don't even own the music.
Oh, that's another thing they don't even tell you.
You can't even take it, and you can't move it anywhere. It's no longer.
I hope you guys realize that. Like, you don't actually own it. Spotify, Trudeau.
Tidal.
Yes, Tidal.
My guy said Trudeau. Why did you say Trudeau?
I mean, it's a homage to Method Man.
James, you're out
As
of shot.
Taxstone used to say.
I don't want to be in shot if that's mans are calling things Trudeau.
But nah, it's like, think of Spotify as a concept, right? We're on Spotify, right? But like, no one can download our stuff. They can only share it.
Yes.
Think about it.
Spotify needs to fix up. Let me tell you something, Spotify. Look at my face, Spotify. I'm tired of downloading albums and where's the all songs playlist?
Don't kill me.
I have liked.
Yours is you're missing yours. I have that case.
Listen to me.
Oh, like
I'm
You
looking.
would like the one.
My like
and
songs.
It would stay all in one.
I remember I used to like songs.
Oh, okay.
I used to
But
like
now,
albums and they would
just-
all pop up on my
It just
like
move it around.
songs.
Disappeared.
Now it's just like songs for individual songs. I want to like an whole album. I don't see my full album. Fix that. I want my recent that I liked to the first thing I liked.
Ew.
Put that all together and leave it. Leave it how it was before. Why do you change it now?
It's really.
Why can't I revert back?
Crazy.
Fix it.
You're yellow.
If I put my money somewhere else.
Because of why can't I revert back? So like a call center just now.
Oh. Systems.
I want to file a complaint. And I will.
Algorithms.
What were we talking about before? Justin? No.
Justin,
Okay,
yes.
let's time travel back.
Yes.
I don't even
So-
want to time chapter back. That's a different type of shade I don't want to
Because
deal
we went
with.
from technology to jobs, and then
Yes.
jobs back to okay, so we're back.
Yes.
So at the end of the day with Justin, I mean, I think the race is going to be close because of the elections like next
I
month.
don't think
But
it's going to be close.
I don't know. I don't see this harming him. Like,
In that regard.
it'll be a bump, but I don't.
People weren't going to vote for him anyway.
Ooh, why?
Well,
Because of weed.
It has to, the only way I can see people voting for him
I mean,
is if he says something like, they're trying to stop you guys from smoking. They're trying to stop you from smoking. Listen, guys, that's their real move. They're trying to legalize, they're going to make it illegal again.
or
And I was like, what? No. And then they're going to vote for liberals. Other than that, people are already looking at them kind of crazy or looking at him crazy. And it's hard to represent someone that has, you know what I mean?
like once you see
But
once you see Time in
there
the,
are some
the article,
amazing,
like not representing, but like tweet, like, hey, this is the Premier of Canada,
yeah,
a G something member.
sad reality.
Like,
But that's the thing, sad reality. There's some good liberals out there. They are,
I just kind
and
of
they have to deal with it.
I look
That's
at
sad.
it more from a micro scale. It's just, who's his advisors, and then on top of it, who's his crew? Maybe
You
they're
can't
out
hide
here
that
having
in
a
this
good
social
joke
media
about
network
it.
world. You can't hide that. It's gonna
Yeah.
come out. But I don't even know if you lived your truth. You probably won't even be a prime minister anyway. I don't know. You can't win. It's just one of those things. not everybody's squeaky clean. It's just
That's it.
You just pick the best out of the lit.
yeah, you can pick the best out of it, but at the same time, nobody's perfect.
Like they've been and this was released from the opposite party, which is conservative. They've been sitting on that since June.
I don't even think it was a conservative party. It could be anybody. I don't know who it was. It could be anybody, like, you know what I mean. It could be the conservative, but they throwed it to TMZ. Like it can be anything. It's hard to tell that it was like if they said that we put it out there and what. That's what we can. But that's not gonna be
and
the case.
What?
You know what I mean?
That is wow.
So, but
I mean, apologies. Yeah, I mean, if you care. I mean, if you don't care about.
Another slight thing I want to talk about is
this is a plot twist.
It's like I don't know. It's been troubling me because I've been just watching it more often, and it just feels that way. Like I've been seeing a lot of gun violence in Toronto. Like in Ontario, I guess as a whole, GTA, Brampton, whatever. Like
even your area is getting active.
I am getting tired. My area.
Well,
it's not that's where I rest my head.
I'm rolling. Claim your place, sir.
Don't tell me to claim a place. I haven't been there long enough. Okay.
You soon about to.
Okay.
First
the
off,
area you're resting your head.
The area
seems to be getting active.
I rest my head.
Okay.
Seems to be getting active.
That's
the crazy part is like it's the street, like one of my major intersections there, and it's kind of crazy. And it's one of those things. Another thing is like they're getting active on highways, fam.
Jeez. Wow.
And it's sad. It is really sad that these things are happening.
With the gun violence.
I'm tired of it.
Like Z said, there's no
there's no opportunities here.
And that's the thing. I think.
Well, whoa, stop. For some, see it as like a
what do you mean for some?
Hold on, wait, let me explain.
Oh, no, okay.
No, for some, it's a no opportunity thing. Some, this is the lifestyle that's glorified, and I'm trying to walk through it. Very few is like it's survival. I just want to like cut up. I don't want to all say like, oh, it's a lack of opportunity. That's why they're all doing it. I was trying to chop it up more where it's like some are like they're following the rap scene a little too extreme.
With the gun violence?
Yeah, they don't see it as entertainment and entertainment only. Then there's
it's been always glorified. We can be honest. It's always been glorified.
Yeah.
Right.
But what I think it is now, even because it's no longer just a one ethnicity identity now too.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's busting gun.
Exactly. So.
It's just a Western.
To me, systematically.
Probably the best word of the year.
That I think is the real cause. Like, just there's so many, like my biggest point there, Canada or Toronto, I should say, because I live in Toronto. I don't know the rest of Canada.
Yeah.
But Toronto does not invest in its own.
They really.
But here's another thing I gotta say.
What?
I'm just say this because I just been thinking about it lately about like in the gun violence. I was saying this. I was like, just I get it. It's It doesn't have a race anymore.
Yes.
But
which is interesting.
I would say
point, though.
To my fellow, black people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it like this. I feel like we need to realize that us killing each other is giving the KKK what they wanted.
Divide and conquer. I get what you're saying.
Why do they have to kill us when they're killing ourselves?
There's a lot of dumb stuff too. Like your situation, what happened with Sands, when you told me the reason why, I was like, really? You?
Well, yeah, people's like emotional IQ has gone down too.
That's the thing. That's the thing. It's just there's just certain. It just doesn't make any sense. Like it just doesn't make any sense that people are just killing each other off like this.
It does. It really does. It really does. It does. You could look at me 10 times. It does.
You could say opportunity, yes, but
because everyone's trigger. You say something pop off. I didn't like it. I can do whatever I want. Like, that concept of I could do whatever I want.
Everybody has the Bishop of Juice mindset now. With the
Bruh,
guns in their
exactly. I could do whatever. I'm invincible. You can't tell me nothing. Yo, the amount of narcissism or the idea of narcissism and the lack of being able to take critique from other people has risen.
Shit.
Oh my God. If you tell me one thing that is just off, you're a hater. You don't like me. Whatever you gotta say, that's irrelevant. Because if I don't feel that way.
You're giving me negative energy.
Exactly.
You're telling me what I need to do to tie my shoelaces, but I don't like what you're telling me because that's negative energy. You should die because of that.
It's like really? Like.
And then how many times are we teaching strategies now in school?
What's going on?
How to deal with constructive criticism, how to deal with I don't know.
I don't even know what's going on in school
Social
anymore.
anything has been like slowly been taken
And for
out.
me, it's like I understand, like I understand when you're in the gang stuff, you're in things, and these things happen, and maybe that's the only time you've dealt with, like these are your this is the family you have or whatever and stuff. But for me, it's hard for me to see people go crazy for a block that you're renting.
You don't even own it.
Because it's one of those things
but
that...
that's what's being normalized
It's
now.
being normalized, but
How
it's one of
many
those
people
things that...
own anything?
No one owns anything. And it's one of those things, like, when you see mafias and all that stuff, they own stuff. For
the time
stuff,
being,
they leave them... For the time being.
Yeah.
There's some type of ownership. There's some type of thing. You say you're from a block, but it's from a block that they can take from you. Like, legit... Find a way. If they want to move you out of there, they will move you out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look what's happening to the jungle area.
Yes.
I'm not even calling blocks. I'm just saying in general.
Just an example.
I'm saying,
like, I feel like we're fighting a different. Like, I get it. There's a lot of politics in the streets. It's this and that, but
this is why.
It's just we're fighting the wrong battle.
What would be the battle then? Who are we fighting? And what is the actual thing that's causing the
I feel like just like we see certain people, they've worked together to own stuff. They work together to build stuff. They work together to make opportunities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not saying that yes, you could say, yeah, there should be opportunities for us or whatever, but I feel like we can make them.
Okay, and then what would
but
be
it's just systematically, it's just lack of interest or what is trending, what is like it's a lot of things that come with it. I don't have answers, and
I do.
I guess I'm stating the obvious of things, but like I just wish there was less gun violence, and I'm tired of seeing people die for whatever reason, and it's crazy. You know what I mean?
I mean, I am not shocked. I'm not shocked at all. History has shown us all the time what comes out when a good majority of people, 1, are not educated, 2, don't have a passion and or livelihood, 3, are uprooted of their homes, do not have any type of ownership. We have read this stuff a lot. Why do we seem to not realize when it's happening? We're in an era where anything's okay. We don't teach people social things because manners and etiquette does not exist. Social norms or rules have now been told to be pushed to the side. Some of those things keep people in check for a good reason.
I feel like there's no lines tomorrow.
They're all blurred.
Today.
There's a bunch of blurred lines. For everything, which is crazy.
That's what I mean. And then you go through all the other stuff, the outcomes of certain things. Like, if we really had to have, like, that is just, I feel like we just need to be honest with ourselves. Point blank, period. That's really it. And we lack that. Especially now with the era of how people catfish, this, that, about their life, decisions, this and that.
Everybody's living the super life on Instagram and all that stuff.
But you're not really living.
They wake up, work, run home, and then they're a super person online.
Sad.
They go to bed, they work, and then all of a sudden 2 years go by.
Yep.
3 years go by. Damn, I'm getting big. Oh well.
I saw it go.
Like,
and then yet no one can have any type of relationship with anybody. No one has friends because no one can trust anyone. Why? Why can't you trust?
Because
no one
you've
can
been a
recognize
lie.
when people are no longer hanging out with other people. Isolation is now high in Canada or Toronto, especially.
I don't know.
I mean, they wanted it like New York. You're gonna get it like New York.
Like I just.
Those
I
people
feel
don't
like
realize.
it's just so easy. Like, the answer's right there in front of you. Like, just take it in and acknowledge it, and then we can deal with it. Like, that's it. A lot of gun violence is due to a whole lot of shit that has been going on, and no one's been taking accountability and onus on what they should have been doing. That's it.
No. Because pretty soon,
there you have it.
because if it doesn't reach at a certain point, it's gonna start. Like you said, I'm surprised I heard the term today, like ethnicities. It's not a color thing anymore now.
No.
It's like everybody's shooting now, because
Everyone's feeling probably the same effect. It's probably the same issue that everyone is dealing with, and no one's wanting to talk about it. Well then, this is what's gonna happen.
can you imagine, we graduated high school 2000. Well, you guys graduated on time. I did a victory lap. But let's say you did 2008 to 2009, you graduated high school. At least at that point, I remember stepping out of high school then, and there was a strike at one particular university who always strikes for some reason. I don't know.
Yes.
They always
Everybody
strike.
needs their money, yo. That's how I go.
And then it's like, I don't know, I wasn't prepared enough
For life, right?
for life, yeah.
And how life is.
Yeah. It's like you got shoved out the door, and then, oh, you got to go to college, university. But you don't stop to think, wait, why? Why do I have to do that?
How does the world even look, let alone?
Yeah. You make it, you go in, and then you almost flunk out for some people, but then you push through, you make it, you graduate. Now you're in debt. What's debt? Oh, I got to pay this off every month with interest. They don't tell you that part. And then all of a sudden, wait, I went to school for this particular thing, right?
But you're more interested in something else.
Yes.
That's one, or I'm stuck in this particular retail space where I can't really leave
Expand, yeah, or grow.
or grow.
But you're making just enough to get by.
Just enough to get by. Oh, I got pregnant. Oh, geez. Now,
Right? When you don't have enough cushion to foresee any of those things.
man, I got sick. Now, right?
So it's one thing that the system says one thing, but then it's another thing as to what your upbringing in your neighborhood is also having and holding expectation to as well.
Yeah.
Well, this just sounds like a lot, and I don't know. My mind is getting flustered because I just want the gun violence to stop. Just put down the guns. I just want violence as a whole to stop. That's all I want.
That's been happening since
But
the
I
90s.
also
though.
I would love to have a solution, but there's so much solutions, and I don't know which one's the right one. I just want us to cool out, please. Like, that's it.
Well, the first thing you'd have to do is get into the mind of the person shooting. So what has their life been? So you still gotta have this conversation.
Well, we can't do it tonight because I gotta go to bed. But
It's a weird, dark episode.
yeah, I hate that it turned
We
out this way.
always
I think I
have.
should have done that
Always.
first. But thank you guys for listening. If you're still there, if you have any questions, concerns, shout out, stuff like that, send it to us at askthevent@gmail.com. We need as much as you can give us. We need the support and the help. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at The Vent Pod. On our Instagram, we have our LinkedIns that show our socials and stuff. We will be selling our Vent t-shirts,
Oh,
So
shit.
Cop
Okay.
a t-shirt, yo. Kappa t-shirt. You know?
Because I don't shit.
Yeah, yo,
shit.
Kappa t-shirt.
TBA, to be announced.
Yeah, to be announced. Yeah, so Kappa t-shirt. So let us know if you want a vent t-shirt.
Shoot an
You
email.
should just hold that out.
We'll hold
The band t-shirt.
No, it's alright.
You're too much.
I think we already have it on the page, you know.
No, it's not. It's off the page now.
I can't reach over to it.
You're so much.
So,
Look,
but
just,
yo,
all you have to say is TBA, and then
to be announced.
to be announced.
Is there anything else?
Um,
Oh, the events that we'll probably be going to. I guess
Yes,
we'll
hit
say
us up after Sunday
we're
Social.
gonna be at Sunday Social. We're also gonna be at Pancakes and Booze.
Woo.
I'm still just pancake. That's
And there's gonna be other events that we're gonna just stop by and show love and support.
you guys are not gonna go to Fried Chicken Fest?
Let me know the details.
We'll see what's going on. We'll be everywhere. If you see our t-shirts, you'll see us. I think we'll have some exclusive t-shirts, that it's like, us.
Oh, so you're getting a walking demo of what it'll look like. The
Yeah,
t-shirts.
yeah. Well, yeah,
That's pretty cool, actually.
We'll try a thing. But at the end of the day, this is the event.
And before you even piece it, please do not walk up on our members. If you have any questions or concerns, please type it. We can discuss it in person too, but do not walk up on my members. Don't do that.
I'll put it like this. I don't have a problem you guys come to me and talking those things. I don't mind. We can talk about it and have these discussions.
Jeez, like
I don't have a problem.
straight up walking up on people? Come on,
Like
man. That's not
I
cool.
got run up a couple times, and I don't mind it. I'm okay with it. But like, don't do it. There's a time for it. Like send out Instagram and I'll talk to you. Like, don't be like running up on me when
I'm on YouTube. Type
like,
on
I'm
YouTube
with,
too. Like
I'm grocery shopping. Like I'm this like we could talk about this, but I'm about to check out. You didn't get what you're supposed to get. You made me forget what I was supposed to get. I didn't even get the price match yet because you're in the way. Like, yo.
And James loves his price matching.
So
Shout out to the Flip app.
at the end of the day, this is the event, and we out. Peace.